Some days you're the windshield, and some days you're the bug. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. I do truly appreciate it. This is a few days after I got this package sitting in the yard inside my front gate, laying on the ground with some books in it, directly from one of my absolute favorite publishers, SST Publications. And I could not wait. You see, it's got the tape saying that it had been opened up by customs. You also see the box had taken some abuse. Now, I know SST Publications puts lots of packing peanuts and stuff like that inside their boxes. They wrap their books in bubble wrap. But I couldn't wait. I had to jump right in and pick that box up, open it up, and see how bad the damage was. And my books were in good shape. I was all right, but it did kind of screw things up for the unboxing video. So this unboxing video, I'll be unboxing some stuff, but I got the books out already. I had to check them out, and I want to talk to you right now about one of them. And then in another video, I'll show you another one of them. How's that sound? I like to get the most mileage I can out of stuff like that. Anyway, two different books, completely unrelated. And now I'm going to show you the other book, the second book that I got out of that busted up box. And this one is one that I'm really excited about. It's an author that I do truly love and his daughter. And it includes a series of stories that I've become quite fond of. The Dana and Jana series, I guess you could call it. A couple of lady detectives that get into all sorts of trouble. And this one is called Terror is Our Business, or something like that. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm finna open it up. And I'll show you some of the cool stuff that ships with these SST Publications books. One is a little note directly from the owner of SST Publications, Paul Fry. Hi, Tim. Thank you so much for your order. Enjoy. Take care, Paul. So a nice memento that goes in with the books. I save them all. They're neat things. Also a bookmark, which I've been getting these bookmarks now for a few years, buying stuff from SST Publications. Only the original ones were a little bit smaller. These are much bigger. I don't know. You like the bigger ones or the smaller ones? I do not know. And then the books wrapped in tissue paper with the sticker executions or stickers or round things stuck to the page to hold them together. Whatever you call those things, I do not know. But it's a nice touch, and I always enjoy opening them up like a Christmas present. Feel like a kid again. But let's get this thing out and take a look. This book contains artwork from an artist illustrator named Dirk Berger. And I think I've got quite a few books that have been illustrated by Dirk Berger from SST Publications. I know Moon Lake, Joe Lansdale's Moon Lake was illustrated by him, and I think quite a few others. If I go back and research, I'm sure I will find. But this is Terror is Our Business, Dana Roberts' Case Book of Horrors. And I've been a big Joe Lansdale fan for years, but I was introduced to this series actually by searching for podcasts with Joe R. Lansdale. And somehow I stumbled into something called Blind Love. And it was a series of stories in the Dark Tome series. So they would have this running thread and of an old man and a teenage girl going through whatever with this dark tome. They would whip out the dark tome, they'd start reading the story, and boom, they'd be dropped into the story. And one of those stories that I read was called Blind Love. And it was based on one of the stories in this book right here. And I really loved it. In fact, Kasey Lansdale, daughter of Joe Lansdale, who co-authors these stories with Joe R. Lansdale, did the voice for one of the characters in the book, and she was phenomenal, fabulous with her charisma and her accent. She's got an accent very strong, just like her dad. I recommend look it up. Listen to them two talk. They're entertaining folks, And just hearing them talk and then reading their books, you can put that accent, that enthusiasm, that charisma, those similes that they use, you can put them in here, and now you hear those voices in your head while you're reading these stories, and it just makes it even more better, makes it an even more adventurous type of a read. But I'm excited. I haven't read all the stories. I read a few, and I've got another collection of these stories already. I believe Subterranean Press did one with some of these anyway. But this one is beautiful, and it collects all of their stories as well as a new one in the Case Book Files of Dana Roberts. So let's take a good look at this dust jacket artwork from Dirk Berger. He does great work and never has disappointed me. Anyway, let me take off this dust jacket here. I'll spread it out, stretch it out, and show it to you. Just excellent. It looks so good. Take a good look. Man, I like it. I'm going to set that down and get our book out. This book here, I've bought quite a few books from Centipede Press over the last year or two. And when I had a glance, this looks like a Centipede Press book. Because it's all black and it's cloth and it's got silver foil stamping on it. But SST. It is SST, and SST is one of my absolute favorite publishers because they make such fine, high-quality books, chock full of illustrations, amazing artwork, great stories, great authors, and they do it for such an unbelievable price. This one here, let's take a look. I wrote it down. This one here was $55.52 is what I paid for this book to have it delivered to me in Central Florida, directly from the United Kingdom. That includes shipping and everything. So an amazing book at an amazing price, and I'm gonna show it to you. So the end papers, dark colored, nice quality end papers. Dadgum, look at there. Look at this signature page. Now that's cool. I did not expect, I haven't seen anything from this except for the dust jacket artwork, but I did not expect that signature page to look so good. 401 out of 500. And I believe also all of my Joe Lansdale stuff that I've gotten, except maybe one or two, has been 401. So I got a bunch of them. It is signed by Joe Lansdale. It is signed by Kasey Lansdale. And you can tell they both put about the same amount of effort into their signatures. They look almost the same. You would think the same person signed it. Anyway, Joe Lansdale's signature is one. I've got 6 shelves worth of Joe Lansdale, 5 shelves, don't lie, worth of Joe Lansdale books. A lot of them are, almost all of them are autographed. And you've got probably 5 different Joe Lansdale signatures that you're bound to get. Don't go trying to compare one to the other for authentication purposes, because that fella does not sign the same. I even had several books of the same book, several copies of the same book, signed limited editions, just different numbers within. And those signatures within that same book set look different. So anyway, I got a bunch of Joe Lansdale signatures, and he does not always sign the same. So if you're looking at one signature and it doesn't match another, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What I want to do here is let's look at the table of contents. This is a collection of quite a few stories in the series. Let's look at the table of contents and see which ones are in here. I believe this is all of them. And so it includes Introduction, Dana Roberts, Her Kith and Kin by Joe Lansdale, The Case of the Lighthouse Shambler, The Case of the Stalking Shadow, The Case of the 4-Acre Haunt, The Case of the Angry Traveler, Introduction, Jaina and Dana by Kasey Lansdale, Blind Love, The Case of the Bleeding Wall, The Case of the Ragman's Anguish, and The Case of the Wailing Ghost. That's a new one, exclusive to this edition right here. So some very neat, cool stories. I have not read them all. I've read some, but let's go through here, take a look at this Dirk Berger artwork. I do love these illustrated books from SST Publications. The illustrations just make it a nice book even more special. And you got a publisher here that gives you great quality books, chock full of artwork, quality materials, quality craftsmanship, great authors, great stories, and an amazing price. And that, so for my money, you really can't get any better than SST Publications. If I'm going to talk about my absolute favorites, you're going to talk about just a few, but SST holds a spot that says great stuff, but they're kind of in a league of their own. Nobody out there makes books that check off all these boxes at such a low price. Other publishers out there may charge $150 for books like this with less in them. So anyway, a bunch of illustrations. I think there were 10 interior illustrations in this book, and I'm going to try to show you all of them. But at this moment, right now, SST Publications still has copies of Terror Is Our Business in stock and ready to ship. They're shipping them right now. Obviously, I got mine in hand. So go out there, make sure you got the money in the bank, go on to SST Publications website and get you one. And if you don't want to get something shipped from the United Kingdom, if you're worried about overseas shipping, not that there's anything wrong with that, United Kingdom, but if you're worried about overseas shipping and hassles and such as that, check out other publishers like Subterranean Press. They often sell these SST books, and you can get it shipped directly from the United States there. Check out Camelot Books out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. They could probably get you one. And it was shipped from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Those are good people there. So I strongly recommend buying everything you can from them. Good folks. Take good care of you. But get you a copy. For the price, you're not going to get better quality. And from Joe Lansdale and Kasey Lansdale, you're going to have a lot of fun reading this stuff. It's fun. And that's one of the things that you'll typically find in their work is a lot of fun mixed in. With Joe Lansdale, you'll get some very serious stuff, some very dramatic stuff, but he tends to add a little bit of fun in there. And then he's got other stuff like the Hap and Leonard books, like these right here, where it is a whole lot of fun. Anyway, I can't say anything bad at all about this other than the fact that somebody kicked the hell out of my box and scared the out of me. I had to open it a little prematurely just to check and make sure. I couldn't wait till I got around to making a video. I had to check to make sure my stuff wasn't busted up, because these are two that I was looking forward to. And that's all the lies I can think of to tell. Thank you for your time. I do truly appreciate it. C'est la vie, baby. Doo-doo.